Taking to the streets is obviously something local candidates have to start doing, and it is happening right here where Parkdale High Park, Davenport, and the Trinity Spadina ridings all come together. It's not just to talk about the issues and party platforms, but simply to make sure voters know who they are. All the more difficult to do so, though, when dealing with COVID protocols and, of course, safety concerns. They're already on the ground running, literally, to drum up votes.
Hi there.
Getting up close and personal to voters in a pandemic, though, especially when knocking on doors, makes things a little different than it was just a couple of years ago.
What we do is then we ring the doorbell or knock, and then we go right to the bottom of the stairs. So when they actually come out, we're socially distanced.
We have to be slower and more careful and really be thoughtful as to how we engage.
Hello, people.
Hi.
How are you?
Glad handing doesn't really involve hands anymore, and will often mean masks when coming across people in a park, for instance. There are other ways to reach out, though, other than the traditional get-to-know-me approach.
They were, in fact, doing more data research, more voter outreach through phone banks and things like that, which is something that's been coming anyway. The traditional knocking on doors has been overtaken by more tech-oriented voter outreach.
Each and every person has their boundaries, and candidates need to be very aware, beyond someone simply not wanting to talk.
We're definitely having to pivot in big ways, but I think even just connecting with someone at the door, when you've got a mask on your face, whether it's at the door or anywhere in the community, it acts as a barrier. You know, we know we've got to do it to keep us all safe, but people aren't able to engage with your whole face.
A tough call when the idea is to chat with people about what they feel is important before they place their votes in less than 5 weeks. That said, any conversation could be welcome at this point.
To be honest, after 17 months, people haven't seen a lot of people, and I think people are really happy to see people, not only their local politician, but I think just in general, it gives a signal that things might slowly be going back to normal.
In the case of a campaign, though, follow the safety protocols, or it might just cost you a vote. Now, for the record, we did reach out to the Conservative Party to speak with a Toronto candidate today and didn't hear back. As for the local campaigns who have been through this before, keep in mind that many likely started the push on the phones, as mentioned, and maybe email as well before now, at least, to get their names out there once again before people again see their faces.